Hello guys, it's Chris here and welcome to part 2 of the impressive combination of thrills, spills, but more frequently molehills that can only be my 2015-16 Sunday League season. If you missed the first video of the first 5-6 games of the season, don't worry over it too much. I might as well have too, with my grand total of 0 goals and 0 assists so far this season. Now we start off with one of those games you put in a collective pre-match African rain dance in the changing rooms to just to be safe. You want it called off that badly. If you just join me now in a few moments of silence to send our thoughts out to another victim claimed by the Mitre football. I think that's one a football commentator would describe as a sore one. Anyway, there's only so many pitches in Jersey you can play on before the airport control tower is in view. I'm not sure why the cameraman hasn't got up there, to be honest. Anyway, probably about time to show some actual football. A step over from me's found its way pretty early into this video, I think it's fair to say. But like Newton's law, a step over's always met with an equal and opposite reaction in the second half. Very deserved. I think it's fair to say the wind played it was one of those games where the wind played a bit of a factor. Like, it was genuinely just a 50-50. Even like 5-yard passes, you'd have thought like, okay, how difficult can it actually be? Pretty difficult. I can vouch for us on that front, and I'm pretty sure their keeper would also agree with that statement. So naturally, on a cold, windy evening like this, you've just got to stoke it, like, as much as you can. And we really milked it with the long throws in this game. I got a left-footed volley off that one, but it's one of those scenarios where if you don't catch it well, you're actually almost more likely to score, you know, a little dribble or bounce up and over into the corner. So, yeah, a little bit unlucky there. I cannot believe it's taken this long to come across a dog interruption of play incident. Unfortunately, for the video, this one was quite well behaved. The real entertainment value comes from the ones that just ignore the frantic shouts of their owners. You know, those ones where play can only be resumed when, like, a man-on-dog rugby tackle from one of the subs has occurred. But after all that, literally a last kick of the game winner from them left us wishing we'd thrown that little ounce of effort more into the rain dance. Moving on, and at this stage of the season, I started playing like a little bit further up the pitch. I've said this before, but like I was a striker as a kid and I've kind of moved back to centre mid as I've lost pace. And since year 6, I've kind of been clawing back up the pace ladder, so that's why it's become even like an option to play anywhere near up front again. So on the bright side, more chance of getting like interesting clips, but the goals and assists really need to start flowing at this point. From the start of the season, I should have just pretended I've converted to a centre-back and just John Stones it all the time. My finishing's just been so bad this season. Like, we easily should have scored like 7 or 8 more goals this season. Call us Alexis, Walcott, Giroud, Welbeck. Anyway, nice one too, and could have taken, well, probably should have taken it a little bit closer, but I thought there was a defender coming in on me. Look closely, and it did actually reach the goal eventually, though, if you look carefully. Yeah, not sure that's exactly where the free kick was, but like, I appreciate those refs who don't bring the free kick back to be retaken, because it's like, you know, half a foot away from where the free kick actually happened, or, you know, if some grass is blowing a little too aggressively over the ball, which means it's a rolling football. Anyway, fair to say this one stung on the thigh as well. If it's one of those ones that you remember how it felt like a month later, you know it's a bad one. Although it wasn't a Mitre football, so I did cheat death. You might have noticed any game we play at night is never at the Fortress. Our floodlights only cover like the training pitch, so you know, maybe I might have been playing centre mid for this one, because you can't put in this kind of tackle playing as a cam, can you? It's just so many levels of wrong, from one absolutely ruthless tackle from me to another. Although I definitely had help from like a Grassy Knoll sniper somewhere around the pitch on this one. And Ashley Young, although clearly a free-for-all because he got me later in the game too. This was a big defeat though. Like, I could try and pass it off as a 0-0, but I think some of our body language slightly gives it away after an unfortunate slip from our winger. But like, to be fair, I think we're all still trying to work out what happened there. Your heartbeat always quickens a little when you see your centre-backs flying off their feet in your penalty area. Like, which is fine and brilliant when they time it like that. That one, not so much. So yeah, that was one of a few goals, to say the least. This was very much an, alright, let's pretend this is 0-0 at half-time, lads. As a bit of proof about the pace thing, the afterburners went on right about now, but yeah, it came to nothing, but outpaced someone. The only problem about running from deep is that as soon as you get anywhere near the goal, you're just like, I can't feel my legs. Like, get the oxygen mask on. However, as Eden Hazard will tell you after this weekend, goal droughts have to come to an end Eventually. And the phrase, it doesn't matter how you score them, springs to mind. Bit of quick thinking from the free kick. My dad actually plays it in. And unfortunately, we didn't have hotspot technology installed. The Jersey FA didn't have it installed on this pitch in particular. But I did connect with this, promise. And it eventually found the corner. Feel free to send that in to rival Guernsey in the Budweiser dream goal. Because, I mean, we all feared for the well-being of the net after that one. They know. They know. Anyway, second half, our keeper had a bit of trouble blaming a bobble from a dead ball scenario. It's always difficult defending those. Again, we were losing, so you begin to see clothesline, no nonsense. And this was unfortunate because the supporters had turned out in good numbers to see this one. But yeah, as I said in the last video, I scored 1, and it would have been irrelevant how many they scored had they not got 9. And on to the last game in this video. Like, this is the only real decent pitch in Jersey, as it's 3G, and we're in our wake at this time, so we're the whites this time. You don't see our wake it too often, because I'm pretty sure we all run about 50% slower sailing around the pitch with these. This was one of those games where our finishing was especially poor. Like, their keeper was ridiculous as well, and it makes a big difference when the other team has a phenomenal goalie in goal, in between the sticks. In goal, that's generally where you find keepers in goal. When you think of the phrase crunching tackle, this is what you see in your head. Like, I am actually going to replay the sound effect of that one. That's more valuable than any goal in this season, in my opinion. And coincidentally, we did actually get one after the how to describe that build-up. Like, it's like the bigger, slightly uglier brother of tiki-taka. But yeah, I was basically playing as like a kind of second striker in this one, because we usually play for the cautiously defensive 4-2-3-1, but it was working with me kind of staying up. So really nice ball from our centre mid, and I get in, but I should have gone through the legs, you know, the one that Suarez always goes for. But after claiming my first goal of the season, I didn't want things to get too wild and go for, like, you know, something crazy like 2-2. Somehow that stays out and ends up as a goal kick. Nice one, mate. Well, really well done. We could have scored 10 in this game. Like, I'm not even joking. On another day, we could have easily got into double figures. But yeah, me playing further up is proving fruitful for video clips.
Fatality.
But again, we just can't finish our dinner. But fair play to the other team. They were putting up really respectable competition. Like, really.
Have it.
There's a lot more passing in games like this, like, as you're not trying to keep the ball in the air as much as possible. Like, genuinely, sometimes it's, like, no matter how good you are, on some pitches, it's just worth it to hoof the ball up the pitch and hope for, like, a defensive mistake from them instead of just passing it sideways and backwards around in your defense, because someone's gonna mess it up, you know? And that's not even their fault. Like, on a pitch, as some of the ones are around here, it's just going to happen. This was just after Leicester-Liverpool. So, as this is dropping out the sky, all I can hear in my head is...
That's Navani, isolating with Lovren, goes for it!
Not the time I've been most happy that we film all our games. Anyway, second half, and as I said, like, well, we were playing with 2 up front at this stage, at this point especially. I get into the box. Book him, ref! Book him! Well left, keeps, well left. Although playing on a pitch like this is amazing, it hurts so much to be fouled. Like, no one ever dives because any sort of bodily contact and skin just comes off so easily. Like, maybe that's how to solve diving in professional football. Just play it all on 3G. That'll give genuine reasons to signal to the bench. So as I said, I seriously wasn't going to go down easily milking any of these challenges. And around this point, you'll probably start to doubt my we could have scored 10 goal shout a little less. Like, the second half, we hit the bar, we hit the post, we missed headers, we missed one-on-ones. Like, any attacking situation that occurs in a football match, we created it and fluffed it up in this game. And the thing was, we were playing so well as well. Like, so many of these moves just deserved goals. Jesus Christ. Then after all of that had happened, they did this and did this to us. And it was just like, okay, that's not okay. We'll be leaving at this point. And that concludes the final game for this video and part 2 of my season. So part 3 will be out a little closer to the end of the season. We've only got a couple of games left, actually, so that might be relatively soon. But I'm off the mark. I've got a goal. We're not high up our table in this season, I will say that. But this has been one of the most enjoyable seasons I've had. Like, if you get a good group of people who, you know, play football the right way, no, it really doesn't matter where you come in your league. Like, it's just the playing football that it's all about. So I hope you've enjoyed another Sunday League video. If you could leave a like to let me know how much you've enjoyed it, that would be absolutely brilliant. Subscribe, of course, if you are new around here. This has been a lot of fun. I do enjoy doing these videos, and yeah, look forward to the next one. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you later.
Kill-tacular. Double kill. Triple kill. Overkill. Killtrocity. Kilimanjaro. Killtastrophe. Killpocalypse. Killionaire.